Now if we move to subtraction, if we want to subtract in the integers, we get a little complicated because we might subtract negative values. And so it's hard to visualize taking away a negative value, because before, with the whole numbers, they represented a quantity of something, and a negative quantity of something is just harder to wrap your head around. So we can use a chip model to better understand this. If we wanted to calculate 3 minus negative 2, we can first model our positive 3 in our chip model with 3 positive chips. And then I need to take away 2 negative chips. But I don't have 2 negative chips in this model yet. So what I can do is I can add 2 negative chips and add 2 positive chips, so I've just added in 0 here because these 2 pairs are 0 pairs. Now I can take away 2 negatives. I can take my 2 negative chips and take them away, and that leaves me with 5 positive chips. So that's how I could find 3 minus negative 2 is positive 5. And then here's the animation for that. We can also use number lines to subtract integers. Similar to how we could just model integers, if we want to model subtraction of integers on a number line, we can start on our number line facing the right, or the positive values. And if the number is positive, we walk forward. If the number is negative, we walk backward to get to that original starting point. And subtraction is modeled by turning around and facing the negative direction. So if I wanted to model negative 5 minus 4, I would walk to the left 5 to start at negative 5, and to subtract 4, I would walk 4 more to the left, and I would end up at negative 9. We can again use patterns to follow subtraction. 3 minus 2 is 1. If we subtract 1 more, then we're left with 0. If we subtract 1 more, we have negative 1. If we subtract 1 more, we're left with negative 2. If we subtract 1 less than 2, then our difference increases by 1. So if we start with 3 minus 2 and that equals 1, if I subtract 1 less, then I have 1 more left, so I am left with 2. If I subtract 1 less, I'm left with 1 more, which is 3. If I subtract 1 less than 0, I'm left with 1 more than the previous example, so I'm left with 4.